Julie, are you there?
Yeah. I was just wondering, how do I figure out the circumference of a circle if the radius is 6 inches long?
Okay, I can definitely help you with that. Are you watching right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you look at your screen, I'm gonna draw this circle as well, and I'm gonna show you how to actually calculate that. So you needed to find the circumference, is that correct?
Huh?
Was it the circumference that you were finding?
The radius, or no, the circumference, yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, so Julie says that she's got a circle and then the radius is 6 inches and then they need to find the circumference. So the circumference is it's kind of a fancy name for the perimeter of a circle. It's a special name because the perimeter or the outside length of the circle, it's different than if you were measuring straight lines. You're measuring curved lines, so that's called the circumference. So it's the distance around the circle. So if you basically picture this as like a track. It's a circular track, but if you were to walk around that, what you're measuring is how long it would take you to get the whole way around. So there's a formula to find the circumference of a circle, and I won't get into why it is what it is, but to find the circumference, or C, we'll call it, you do 2 times pi times the radius of the circle. And that's one of the really kind of cool things about circles is it uses pi, and this always holds true. It doesn't matter how large or small your circle is, this always holds true, that if you take 2 times pi times the radius, it'll give you the circumference, which is kind of cool. So to find that, we'll just basically replace our r, or radius, with the value of what the radius is. So it'd be 2 times pi times 6 would give you your circumference. Now, you can go ahead and multiply that 2 and the 6, so 12 times pi. Now, and since we're measuring in inches, it would be inches. Now, you would want to ask your teacher if you should leave your answer with pi, or if you should actually go ahead and multiply the value of pi with 12. Personally, I like to leave it as pi rather than to estimate and round it to 3.14 whatever and multiply it. And the reason why I do that is because the answer is more accurate than if you were to round what pi is. So ask your teacher, of course, to see what format they prefer it in. However, if you were one of my students, this would be just fine with me. And yeah, so that's how you find the circumference of a circle. Does that help? Julie, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Did that help?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was really easy. Thank you.
No problem. All right. Anytime. Thanks for calling. I really appreciate your call.